Hi everyone, we're gonna get started in just a few moments. Feel free to pop anything in the chat if you need it. Alrighty everyone. Thanks, Tess. I just do one thing, make sure. Pressing all sorts of buttons here. Alrighty. Let's give everyone just like a second to land. I'm gonna hook one thing up and we'll get this show on the road. Alright. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy solstice. How's it going? Alrighty, so as always, just a couple of quick announcements and then a waiver, and then we'll dive right in. So, first and foremost, I want you to know that this is your practice, right? If you need to slow things down, if you need to speed things up, if you need to rest, please feel free to do that. While, yes, I'm going to guide you through an all levels vinyasa flow class, today might be a little slower, flower, juicier class. You still get to choose what you need to do. Number two, I will be back here on my mat demoing for the majority of our practice together today, so I won't be able to check the chat throughout practice. So if you need anything, feel free to pop in the chat. I promise I'm not ignoring you. I'll just take a look at it after our time together. And if you have any questions before we get started, please feel free to pop them in the chat right now. I'll be keeping an eye on it, just make sure everything looks good, but otherwise I'm going to be really focusing on delivering a beautiful flow for you all. So without further ado, I'm just going to read this waiver and we will get right into it. So by continuing the video, you hereby voluntarily give consent to engage in a fitness class. You understand that this class is voluntary and you're in no way obligated to actively participate, but you may observe as an option. This does not in any way impact eligibility for health insurance coverage. No results will be given in this class, and you're able to cease your participation at any time. This class may involve the use of heart, lungs, blood vessels, and musculoskeletal systems. It is designed to increase the demands on these systems. You understand the Class may include the use of free weights, exercise bands, stability balls, and other portable exercise equipment. You understand that you're responsible for monitoring your own symptoms, your own condition throughout the class. Should any unusual symptoms occur, you'll cease your participation immediately. Unusual symptoms may include chest discomfort, nausea, difficulty breathing, and joint or muscle injury. In participating, you agree to assume all risks of this class. You further understand that although this class is being sponsored by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare Incorporated and/or its affiliates known as Harvard Pilgrim, Harvard Pilgrim shall not at any time or to any extent whatsoever be liable, responsible, or in any way accountable for any loss, injury, or damage to be suffered or sustained by any person at any time in connection with or as a result of this class. You hereby release Harvard Pilgrim, its affiliates, subsidiaries, divisions, directors, and employees from any and all legal claims arising out of, in connection with, or in any way related to your participation in this class. Alrighty, any last minute questions? I'm just gonna make sure that we're looking good on all fronts tech-wise, which it does. Amazing. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I recommend you all as well. Hello, everyone. Happy summer solstice. My name is Kerry McGinn. I am a physical therapist and yoga teacher in beautiful Berkshire County, Massachusetts. I've been really enjoying teaching out here on my front porch this season, so thank you for joining me. I own a company called Live Good, Feel Good, a physical therapy and wellness company that helps you feel good in your body and manage stress. Today we've got about an hour of a flow class. Definitely recommend having 2 blocks if you have access to them. If not, no worries. We're going to get started on our backs today. Finding a comfortable resting position on your back, whatever that looks like to you. Maybe today it's knees bent, feet flat, or knees together, feet out wide, or legs long down your mat. Allow your eyes to close down, your breath to slow down, and your body to really land here. Taking a few breaths in through the nose. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. In through the nose. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. 2 more in and out. Filling up and letting go. Allow yourself to feel the weight of your body sinking into the mat beneath you. The full expansion of your breath in complete landing. Excuse me. Take just a few more moments here. To soak it all in. How you feel where you've landed, where you are. On your next inhale, reach your arms overhead, your legs long down the mat. Nice big early morning stretch like you just woke up. Reach fingertips to toe tips, get just a little bit taller. On your exhale, walk your feet over the right edge of your mat. Left ankle crosses on top of right. And you're going to pick the shoulders up and over to the right as well. Right hand reaches for the left wrist as you take this big side body stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe into the left rib cage. Fill up. Exhale, unwind back through center. Take a little starfish-like pose. Reach fingertips to toe tips. And then exhale, walk the feet over to the left. Right ankle on top of left. Shoulders pick up and over as well as your left hand. Reach over for the right wrist. Breathe into the right rib cage. Till up. Let go. Breathe in. And exhale, unwind. Pause for a moment, reaching all four limbs in opposite directions. Take a breath in and out. Slowly bend one knee and place the foot on the outer edge of the mat, and then the other. So your heels are on your mat, your toes are out. You're going to take an inhale, and then exhale, let the knees dial in, tap them together. Inhale, open as wide as you can, rotating out. Exhale, tap. Little hip mobilization. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Just a few more, just like that, opening and closing. Moving through the whole range of motion of internal to external hip rotation. Last one, the next time the knees fall in, you're going to breathe and stay for the exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale, bring the knees out again. This time knees are going to stack right over the ankle. Toes are turned out, heels in. Slide the arms down by your side. On your inhale, peel the hips up. Yes, you're in this bit of extra rotation. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift the hips up. Knees and toes are wide. Exhale, lower it down. Few more, lift. Press through the heel. Lower, tap it down. Lift, press through the heel. Lower, tap it down. Last time, lift, press through the heels and hold. Breathing for 3. Holding for 2. 1. Lower the hips down. The knees fall into touch here. And then heel toe the feet back to center. The knees fall out. Baddha Konasana or Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. Gather the knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And just circle the knees in opposite directions here. Using the hands. And then reverse. Reverse. So circle. Gather both knees back in and let the knees fall over to the left. Right arm comes out to the side as T, and your left hand finds the right knee as you rotate through the lumbar spine, the low back. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Breath out. Back through center, gather the knees in. Let the knees fall over to the right as the left arm comes out in T. Right hand finds the left thigh. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Fill up. And let go. This time, come on back through center, hug the knees in, and start to rock and roll forward and back along the spine. Let the spine round and find this kind of C-shaped curve to your hole. 1 or 2 more rocks. And then you'll make your way through seated to tabletop, hands and knees. All 10 fingers spread wide as you just start to take a little bit of movement, or maybe you fix your hair like me. And then take a little wiggle side to side. So the right shoulder is going to dip to the right hip, side bend through center, left shoulder dips to left hip. 1 more on each side, right shoulder, right hip, center, left shoulder, left hip. Got it. Come on back, take an inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone, drop the belly. Exhale, pass the ground away. Inhale, the heart lifts the tailbone, drop the belly. Exhale, press the ground away. Just a few more here, filling up. And letting go. Breathing in. And breathing out. You might add a little wiggle side to side. Excuse me. Or shift forward and back. Take a full breath in. And let it go. Press down through all 10 fingertips, really firm down through the palms. And you're going to glide the right toes to the back of the mat. Find just a little press through the right heel here, lengthening the calf. And then firming into the hands, windshield wiper the left foot off the mat as you peel the right arm up for this modified side plank. Circle out the wrist. And even circle out the shoulder here. Pause. Or down through the left hand as you float the right heel up and breathe. Holding, lifting, breathing. 3, 2, 1. Right foot down, right arm reaches towards the front of the space. Take a full breath in. Exhale, release the right hand down to the mat. As the right hip dials down, lift the right heel up. Right foot's going to step outside the left edge of the mat, so the right foot is in line with the left knee. And you take a little rock forward and back. Opening up the inner line of the thighs, forward and back. 1 or 2 more. Shift it forward, shift it back, and hold. Breathe in and breathe out. Come on forward, firm down through the right foot and the left hand. Peel the right arm up so your right rib cage stacks on top of left. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand taps the mat. Inhale, right rib cage stacks on top of left. Exhale, tap the mat. 1 more time, right rib cage on top of left rib cage. Find this spiraling action of the spine. Keep rooting into the right foot. Take a full breath in. Stay for the exhale. 1 more inhale. Right hand comes down. Press into the ground. You're going to float the right heel up off the mat. Find some strength. Dial the right toes back. And then right knee meets your left knee. Press into the right hand. Lift the left arm up. Spread the needle, left arm underneath right armpit, left shoulder, left cheek to the mat. Right hand can stay where it is. Or reach long. 2 more breaths. Right hand to the mat. Left arm peels up to the sky, counter twist. Both hands back to the mat. Dip the belly, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Press the ground away and round. Firm down through your hands. Slide the left toes to the back of the mat. Find a little press through the left calf here. Next time the weight shifts forward into your hands, windshield wiper the right foot off as you peel the left arm up for this modified side plank. Circle the wrist, circle the shoulder, find some space. And then pressing into the right hand, begin to lift the left heel up off the mat, tapping into some strength here. Breathing, holding. 3, 2, 1. Left hand dials down, left hip dials down. Left heel stays lifted, so strong. Left foot steps outside the left edge of the mat. Left foot in line with the right knee here, and you take a rock back and forth, stretching out the inner line of the thigh back and forth. So good. 1 or 2 or even 3 more rocks here. And then next time your weight comes into your shift back, hold for a moment, breathe in and out. Another inhale, exhale, glide it forward. Firm down into your hands, pass the ground away. Left arm to the lift up, stack the left rib cage on top of the right. Left hand taps the mat. Firming down through your right hand and left foot, peel the left arm up, inhale. Exhale, left hand finds the mat. 2 more, lift it up, rotate. Down, tap. Lift it up, rotate, and hold, spiraling through the rib cage. 5, 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes down, palms firm down. Try to lift the left heel, hover an inch off the mat, my foot being stuck in the live left foot, and then dial the left toes behind you. Pause. Left knee moves the right. Left hand passes down, right arm heels up, counter twist. Thread the needle, right arm underneath left armpit, right shoulder, right cheek down. Left hand can stay where it is, or reach long. Left hand plants, right arm heels up, counter twist. Both hands back to the mat. Press into the palms here, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Shake your head yes and no. Wiggle your hips side to side. Take a full breath in. Long, slow exhale. Inhale to fill. Settle in. Pause for a moment. Palms pressing down. Chest pressing back towards your thighs as your hips lift up to the sky. Find a breath in. Exhale one step at a time, nice and slow. Walk your way up to stand. See if you can kind of like really walk with your hands planted. And eventually the hands might lift up. Bend your knees as much as you need to grab opposite hand to opposite elbow and hang nice and heavy upside down. Way right and left. Shift forward and back. Breathe in and breathe out. Release the hands down to the mat. Take an inhale, press the palms into your shins, lift your heart. Exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, fingertips reach to the sky. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, take a twist, high twist. Inhale through center, lift. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale through center, lift the gaze. Exhale, big arm circle backwards, pause, Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet rooted down, heart lifted to the sun and sky. Take an inhale. Longest exhale, yes. Gaze lifts, arms reach. Bow and fold over your legs. Take a flat back to inhale. Hands to the earth, step back, high plank, exhale. Option to drop the knees as you lower all the way to the mat. Hands stay where they are, tops of the feet press. Baby cobra, peel up the head, neck, and shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower it down. One more, baby cobra, lift and lower. Bend the knees, float the feet, press into the palms and kneecap as you hug the elbows in to this half plank. This is a great way to build chaturanga strength. You're going to lower all the way down. Press into the arms, straighten half plank. Take it back, child's pose, toes touch, knees wide. full rounds of breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in and out. Take it forward, tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Take a full breath in and let it go. One more inhale here. Walk the feet to meet the hands at the top of your mat. Take a flat back, press the palms into the shins. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Rise, reach for the sky, grow tall. Bow. Hold over your legs and down. Flat back to inhale. Hands to the earth. Step back, high plank. Lower halfway move. This time upward dog, arms straighten. Thighs lift, heart pulls through. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Plant. Breathe. Pause. The wind is picking up and there's clouds coming in, so you might catch a storm on my front porch in a moment. I'll keep going unless it starts raining sideways. Step, or jump top of mat. Pull hat back, take an inhale. Fold, take an exhale. Inhale, rise, reach for the sky. Exhale, bow, fold over the legs. Flat back to inhale. Hands to the earth, high to low push up. Exhale. Open the heart. Lift the hips. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. Inhale. Exhale. You're gonna lift your heels up to the sky, and then let the heels drop over to the left. Keep pressing into the palms and shifting the weight back towards the feet to stretch into the right rib cage. Back through center, lift the heels. Drop the heels over to the right. Press back towards the feet, breathe into the left rib cage. Inhale, lift through center. Exhale, lower the heels. Right leg lifts high, take an inhale. Bend the knee, open the hip, circle the ankle. Wiggle the toes. Circle the knee. Take a breath in. Exhale, square off the hips. Knee to nose, hug it in, high plank. Up and back, three-legged down dog. Right foot steps, runner's lunge. Release the left knee. Bring the fingertips up, low lunge, inhale. Stay for the exhale. Take one more full breath in, lift the gaze. Hands frame the right foot. Both legs in a straighten fold, extend pyramid. Take a full inhale. And a long exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, bend the right knee. Plant the left hand, peel the right arm open, easy twist, full breath in. Long breath out. Another inhale. Exhale, right hand frames the right foot. Press through the left toes, left foot meets the right top of mat. Flat back, take an inhale. Hold. Take an exhale. Rise. Grow as tall as you can. Exhale, bow and fold over the legs. Flat back to fill. Hands to the earth, high to low push up. Upward dog, heel open. Downward dog, hips high. Take a breath in and out. Fill up and let go. Left leg lifts high, take an inhale. Bend the knee, open the hip. Circle the ankle. Wiggle the toe. Circle the knee. Full breath in. Exhale, square off the hips. Left knee to your nose, hug it in, high plank. Up and back, three-legged down dog. The left foot steps, runner's lunge. Release the right knee. Bring the fingertips to the sky, low lunge, inhale. Stay for the exhale. Take a breath in, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Hands find the mat as you exhale, frame the left foot. Draw the hips back, both legs straighten and fold, extended pyramid. Soften over the legs. Use your blocks to find some space. Inhale, runners lunge, bend the left knee. Exhale, right hand plants, left arm heels open, easy chest. Breath in, breath out. One more inhale. Left hand frames the left foot. Right foot steps forward, forward, forward. Flat back, take an inhale. Hold, take an exhale. Rise, grow as tall as you can. Exhale, fold completely. Flat back to fill. Hands to the earth. High to low push-up. Upward dog. Downward dog. Breath in. Let it go. Breath out. Fill up. Slow exhale. Wiggle the hips out a little bit. Find your palms. Right leg gonna lift once again. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot steps. Runner's lunge. Lower the left knee. Bring the fingertips up. Low lunge. Inhale. Hands to the mat. Both legs straighten and fold. Exhale. Take your breath in and out. We're going to find a funky little flow here. So on your inhale, you're going to bend the right knee, keep the left leg straight, runner's lunge. On your exhale, you're going to bend the left knee, hover it off the mat, straighten the right leg, pull it back. Straighten the left leg, bend the right knee, like a little circle. Right knee bends, left knee bends as the right leg straightens, left leg straightens, right knee bends, left knee bends, right leg straightens. It's a little funky and it gets your legs working, your muscles working as much as you find length. Like a rolling wave in the ocean. Inhale, exhale. And you might feel awkward at first. That's okay. You're just kind of feeling into the hips, hamstrings, the core. Next time you shift forward, bend the left knee, straighten the right, hover the left knee an inch off the mat, take an inhale. Exhale, left knee lowers down, half split, take a breath in, and a breath out. Inhale, bend the right knee, plant the left hand, a low twist, full breath in. Long breath out. Another inhale. Right hand comes inside the right foot. Lift the left leg as you spin the left foot. Side angle lunge, and we'll spot the name for this here. Peel the left arm open. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. Another inhale. Peel it up, warrior two. So we're entering warrior two from a different angle here. Right leg straightens, fingertips reach, gentle warrior. Warrior two there. Gaze out over the front fingers. Breath in. Breath out. Pause for a moment, take up space. Put the right palm, reach up and back, reverse. Hands to the mat, easy twist. Left hand down, left heel to the sky, right arm spirals. This time, both hands inside the right foot. All 10 toes pivot to face the long edge. You'll bend the right knee, straighten the left, Skandasana, get a little inner thigh. Back through center. Bend the right knee, straighten the left, other side. One or two more on each side at your own pace. Take it left. Through center. Take it right. Through center. Straighten both legs. Fold for a moment. Wide-legged forward fold. Breath in. Breath out. Pivot runner's lunge to face the top of your mat. Plant the palms. Step it back. High to low. Upward dog. The downward dog. 2 breaths. Land. 2 breaths. Breathe. Obviously. Left leg lifts high, take an inhale. Bend the knee, open the hip, exhale. Circle it out, wiggle it out. Breathe it in and out. Square off the hip. Left knee to your nose, hug it in. Step it through, runner's lunge. Right knee releases. Fingertips to the sky, low lunge. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, hands frame the left foot. Both legs straight and full. Take a breath out. Take an inhale to fill. Exhale, runner's lunge. Right hand plants, left arm peels open, easy twist. Back to runner's lunge. That funky flow, take an inhale here. On your exhale, bend the right knee as you straighten the left leg, pull the hips back. Straighten the right leg. Bend the left knee, runner's lunge. Bend the right knee, hover it an inch off the mat. Straighten the left leg, pull it back. Straighten the right leg. Is rolling like the ocean forward. Bend and hover. Shift it back. Straighten. Runner's lunge. Bend the right knee, hover. You can always take the right knee in the mat. Straighten. Straighten the right leg. Roll it forward. 2 more at your own pace. Bend. Shift it back. Straighten. Take it forward. Bend. Straighten the left leg. Hold. Lower the right knee all the way down as you straighten the left leg and fold. Half split. Breath in. Breath out. Bend the left knee. Plant the right hand as you peel the left arm open. A low twist. Pressing the hips here. Take a full breath in and out. Tuck the right toes. Lift the right leg as the left arm sweeps inside the left foot, connecting to the mat or a block. Pivot the right foot down to the mat. Sweep the right arm up. Side angle lunge. Breath in and breath out. Fill up and let go. Rise up, warrior 2. Pause. Left leg straightens, fingertips reach, gentle warrior. Warrior 2, take up space. Breathe in and breathe out. Flip your left palm, reach up and back, reverse. Easy twist, right hand down, right heel to the sky, left arm spirals open. Take a full round of breath. And then both hands come inside the left foot. Pivot all 10 toes to face the long edge. Bend the right knee, straighten the left, Skandasana, back of your mat. Back through center. Bend the left knee, straighten the right, Skandasana, top of your mat. Through center. Take it back. 1 or 2 more on each side. And the next time you take it forward, pivot forward, runner's lunge. Frame the left foot, step it back, high to low, upward dog, downward dog. Full breath in. Long breath out. Filling up and letting go. So good, my friends. Shake it out, wiggle it out, pause for just a moment longer. Left leg's in a lift, take an inhale. Left foot steps, runner's lunge. Release the right knee, bring the fingertips up, low lunge, full breath in. Exhale, hands frame the left foot. Both legs straighten and fold, let it go. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, bend the right knee. Straighten the left leg, pause. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, runner's lunge. This time, press through the feet, come on up, cross it. Take an inhale. Stay for the exhale. One more breath in. Feel it open, warrior two. Left leg straightens, fingertips reach, gentle warrior. Warrior two, land. Gentle warrior, grow tall. Hands find a clasp overhead. Hands come to heart center as you bend the right knee, sit the hips back like you're going to Skandasana. And then straighten the right leg, reach the arms. Take it to warrior two. Left leg straightens, arms reach. Hands to heart center, bend the right knee. Come on up. Open it, warrior two. This time, gentle warrior. Maybe you take it a little bit lower, lift the right heel, Skandasana. Come up the way you entered it, where you stay low, bending the left knee, straighten the right leg. It's kind of Tai Chi-like move. Straighten, sit low. Warrior two. Straighten, sit low. Warrior two. Pause, breath in, breath out. Flip your left palm, reach up and back, reverse. This time, half moon, a blocker, fingertips in front of your left toes as your right leg takes flight. You created all of this hip mobility, this hip space, this hip strength. Now own it as you open up. 3. Lift the right heel. 2. 1. Dial the right hand down, right hip down. Brief visit to standing leg split. Tip it forward. Right foot meets your left top of mat. Heel toe the feet out to hips so distance apart. Maybe a little bit wider. Take an inhale. Exhale, toes out, hips down, Malasana. Hips can come down to blocks as your heart stays lifted. You can face to the top of the mat. I'm just going to face you so you can see where we're going next. Pause. If you don't need blocks, that's great. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left hand down to the mat, right arm heels up to the sky, take a twist. Back through center. Right hand down, left arm opens up, take a twist. Back through center, take an inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, hips to the sky. Fold over your legs and hang for a moment. Maybe grab opposite hand, opposite elbow. Or reach the hands behind the heels. Alrighty, release the hands. Heel toe the feet to touch at the top of your mat. Take a flat back to inhale. Fold. Exhale. Root to rise. Arms reach for the sky. Bow over your legs and melt. Flat back to inhale. High to low. Push up. Exhale. Open the heart. Lift the hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. And let go. Right leg lifts high, take an inhale. Bend the knee, open the hip. This time, right foot steps forward, runner's lunge. Left knee releases, fingertips to the sky, low lunge, take an inhale. Exhale, hands frame the right foot, both legs straighten and fold, extended pyramid. Take a breath in. Exhale, runner's lunge, shift it forward. Bend the left knee, send the hips back, straighten the right leg. 1 body roll, straighten the left leg, runner's lunge. Root through the feet, come on up, crescent. Take a breath in and out. Another inhale, warrior two, feel it open. Right leg straightens, fingertips reach, gentle warrior. Warrior two, land. Gentle warrior, grow tall. Hands clasp overhead as they come to heart center. Sit the butt back, bend the left knee, kind of a half Skandasana. Straighten the left leg, reach the arms. Gentle warrior. Warrior two. Straighten the right leg, reach up. Hands to heart center, sit the hips back. Straighten, lift. Warrior two. Now maybe you take it a little bit lower, straighten, lift, sit it all the way down. Straighten the left leg, bend the right knee. Warrior two. Have some thumb with it. Straighten, reach, hit low, Skandasana. Warrior two. Come on back up. Hold on to the tick out of my leg. Straighten, reach, hit it low. Warrior two. Up, breath in, breath out. Flip your right palm, reach up and back, reverse. Half moon, a blocker, fingertips in front of your right toes as your left leg takes right. Stack the hips. Reach the left arm to the sky. Reach. Take up. Hold. One more big inhale. Exhale, left hand dials down, left hip dials down, standing leg split. Left foot meets your right top of mat. Take the feet out to hips width distance apart, if not wider. Hands to the mat or blocks as you sit low to Malasana. And you're going to take a little wiggle side to side. You might drop the knee in. You might just take a pure kind of lateral motion. But just a little movement. Softening into the hips, the pelvis. And then come through center, straighten the legs, fold over. Maybe you take the feet a little bit wider as you inhale, flat back. Exhale, soften and fold. Heel to the feet back through center. Flat back, take an inhale. Fold, take an exhale. Root to rise, arms reach for the sky. Bow over your legs and melt. Flat back to inhale. Hands to the earth, high to low push up. Upward dog, open up. Downward dog, hips. High, take a full breath in. Exhale, let it go. Half pigeon or figure four, right leg lifts up. Maybe there's a bend and an open. For half pigeon, right knee to right wrist. Right foot towards left. Really important here that the left leg reaches long as you set yourself up equally over both hips. And then soften. Elbows to the mat or blocks. Forehead to the mat or blocks. Figure four on your back. Right ankle over right thigh is a beautiful option. Two more breaths in and out. Filling up and letting go. Press into your palms. Lift your heart here. Take all of the weight into your right hip as you use the hands to bring the left leg across in front. So left foot is on top of right thigh. Give the left leg a hug as you twist to the left. Unwind through center. Take a counter twist over to the right. Back through center, soles of your feet are going to come together and knees out wide. Sit up tall, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Hinge, fold over the legs, Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Come on up, shoulders over hips. Cross at the ankles, take it back, tabletop, downward dog. Setting up on the other side, left leg lifts high, left knee to your left breast, left foot towards your right. As the right leg reaches long, lift the heart, lift the gaze, elbows lower, forehead lowers, find a space to rest. Two more breaths. In and out. Filling up and letting go. Press yourself up onto your palms. Lift up. Weight comes into your left hip. As you use your hands to guide the right leg crosses in front of left thigh, hug it in, and just a gentle twist to the right, kind of opening up the piriformis, the outer line of the hip. Counter twist through center, and take it over to the left. Unwind, you've got two options, either soles of your feet together, knees wide, or legs out wide, straight. Wherever you are, there's a fold forward. Alrighty, come on up. Draw your legs together. Shake, shake, shake them out. You're going to roll onto your back, hugging your knees to your chest. Reach for the outsides of your ankle for a happy baby, and you might kick around, you might wiggle around. Shake it out. Feel into it. And then hug the knees in, give yourself a big squeeze. Send the left leg long as you hug the right knee in. And then just take a big circle with this right knee. One direction, opening it wide, and then reverse that circle. Come back through center, interlace the hands behind the right leg, straighten it out, and find a point and flex the right ankle. Point and flex. And then bend the right knee and take the right arm out to the side, right leg across the body for a spinal twist. Back through center, hug both knees in. Send the right leg long, hug the left knee in. Circle the left leg in one direction. And then the other. Interlace the hands behind the left leg, straighten it out. Point and flex. Point and flex. Bend the left knee. Take the left arm out to the side, the left leg across the body for a twist. Back through center, hug the knees in. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Knees out wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. Pause for a moment. Take your fingertips to your hair and do just little shampoo fingers, massaging the scalp, the side of the head, the back of the head. And then eventually allowing the arms to land overhead or out to the side. And legs can stay where they are or begin to extend long down your mat. Today I'm really feeling like placing some blocks under my thighs for a supported down angle. Just finish up here today. But wherever you are, find a comfortable resting position, a place where your body can land. Together, we'll take one last big inhale to fill and an open mouth. Shavasana. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bringing movement back into your wrists and your ankles. Taking an inhale, fill, and exhale, gather the knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Pausing for a moment and then rolling over onto one side of your body. grounding down, feel the earth beneath you and the breath within you. Your eyes closed, your soft gaze, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Arriving hands come to heart center. Take a moment to land, to breathe. Today is the summer solstice, tradition of the longest day of the year and the shortest night, traditionally a time to celebrate abundance, joy, light, and laughter. Also a time to express gratitude for all you have, all the abundance within you, around you, for you. Take a moment here to just find a little bit of gratitude. Send to somewhere within you or around you. Together we'll take one more breath in and out. Thumbs come to third eye center. It is the utmost respect and gratitude that I vow to you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you all so much for joining me. Happy summer solstice. Happy International Yoga Day. Happy Wednesday. Happy all the days. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you all next week. If you have any special requests or any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat on your way out. Always love hearing from you. Bye, everyone. Happy solstice. Alrighty, bye, my friends.